Going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Rondé here, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'll be going over all the latest watches, warnings, and advisories going on across the United States. As you see, we do have a lot of watches, warnings, and advisories ongoing across different parts of the United States, from the West Coast to the East Coast to the West Coast, from the South to the Northeast. So regardless, let's just go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna start off down here in Georgia. We do look like we have high fire conditions, including Atlanta. Yeah, including Atlanta. Dang. Now they just had rain. Was it not enough rain for that region to see? Now we gotta watch out for that because we all know the situation that was going on in South Georgia with those wildfires, including North Florida. Now Atlanta is still dealing with some fire danger and all around it. So the situation with that is you're gonna have to just watch out and make sure no wildfires start going, because we just had rain go across that region, if I'm not mistaken, when it all started over Texas, worked its way to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, northern Florida, and then the Carolinas, and then southeastern Virginia. So that's what's going on in Georgia. We can go ahead and move into Oklahoma. We got 3 counties under a red flag warning for like high fire danger. Yep. They have high fire danger in about 3 to 4 counties in Oklahoma. So you guys are under a red flag warning. So you gotta make sure you're not burning if you're under a burn ban, which most likely you are. We do have a wind advisory in effect for parts of California, stretching into maybe New Mexico. I mean, Arizona, Nevada, actually, Nevada. Sorry about that, Nevada. So we have a wind advisory issue there. We can go ahead and move right here into South Dakota. We have red flag warnings. No, not in South Dakota. Red flag warnings isn't in South Dakota. I don't know why they labeled it like that, but we do have wind advisory and a hazardous weather outlook as well for South Dakota. Now, just north into North Dakota, we have red flag warnings for most of North Dakota. We do have maybe a wind advisory or lake wind advisory as well, and then a hazardous weather outlook, which that might be related to the red flag warnings. We can go into Montana. Eastern Montana, seeing red flag warnings for high fire danger. And then also like wind advisories as well, or wind advisories for parts of Montana. So we're gonna go ahead and, I mean, Colorado isn't under anything. Now the reason why I say that is because Colorado, the GFS and the European model's been painting that Colorado could see potentially some strong snowstorms come across sometimes next week actually. So we're just going to watch out and see if that actually happens. Regardless, you might get put on winter storm watches, warnings, or advisories. So we're just going to have to watch out and see what happens there. If both models stay consistent with that, then it is possible you can see some winter storm watches, advisories, or warnings get issued for Colorado. Let's see. We can go right here into Wyoming, and we look like we have red flag warnings and a winter storm watch in effect for Wyoming. So we're just going to have to watch out for that. So, I mean, it's possible to see that go across. So it seems like Wyoming is already jumping on it, winter storm watch. So go ahead and watch out for that. I don't know why it wouldn't let me click that. Okay. We can go ahead and go right here. Now, it looks like into Minnesota, it looks like we do have, let's see, a special weather statement issued, and then a hazardous weather outlook for that. Let's see, we can go right here into Michigan. We do see flood warning issued. Maybe it might be because of the lakes, maybe. Then we also have a gale warning issued for Michigan as well. This is for the northern part of the state, though. Then up here into New York. I did not mean to do that. Can I at least move that? Yeah, into eastern New York, we do have a special weather statement and a small craft advisory. Now, previously, all the freeze watches and warnings and frost advisories were been lifted for the entire East Coast. It is pretty warm out here, actually. It's supposed to be 67 today, but it's actually feel like it's almost in the sun. It feel like it's probably knocking 75, 80. So it's pretty good out here, and then it has a slight breeze a little bit. But when the breeze dies down here and there, the sun is beaming down, so it gets pretty warm. So with that being said, it seemed like it's nothing much, but we did have a freeze watch and warning go across from the northeast all the way down to the mountains of North Carolina. What's that right there? I think I skipped you guys in Illinois. Yes, Illinois is under flood warnings, blowing dust advisory for Illinois, and then a dust storm warning. Interesting. So make sure you guys are staying indoors and is being prepared for what's going on in Illinois, because I had no idea that was going to happen in Illinois. A dust storm warning For like one county, a flood warning is also surrounding that blowing dust advisory for a good chunk of you guys. So as you guys see right here, dust blowing dust warnings is that color right there. Well, is that region right there. Flood warnings obviously in the green. Light green is the flood warnings, and then we also have the hazardous weather outlook. Might be related to the dust storm that's going through Illinois. So we're just gonna have to watch out for that. Make sure you're taking precautions. Make sure you're wearing masks and stuff like that, so you're not inhaling that dust like that. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will keep you guys updated on the latest hurricane season, because hurricane season for the West Coast, if I'm not mistaken, starts May 5th. It runs to November 30th. Same with the East Coast, but the East Coast actually starts June 1st and runs through November 30th. Seems like the West Coast is going to have a more active hurricane season, warmer waters. The Atlantic going to have a less active hurricane season, or near average, and it's supposed to have cooler waters, including the Gulf. So with that being said, it's your boy Warninng here out.